Well, beer, I like beer. I drank it every day of the year. I drank it any time that you're on my mind. I like beer. I keep a case there in the cooler. I got a tall boy in my boot.
Greetings, this is Spec Ops 56 and my good friend, cameraman, and all-around good guy and faithful Indian companion, John Toe, coming to you with another beer review. This one's beer review number 138, and as you can probably tell from the motif here, we're doing pumpkin beers right now. It's that time of year, and actually we're a little late getting to them, but you know, that's another story. For this one, it's the Harpoon Brewing Dunkin Pumpkin. I'll tell you a little bit about Harpoon Brewing. In 1986 is when they started. It says it all started with 3 college buddies and a shared love of beer. Dan Canary, Rich Doyle, and George Liggett were passionate about beer, but they weren't able to find what they were looking for on tap at their local pubs. While traveling in Europe after college, they drank many diverse, fresh local beers and experienced firsthand the wonderful beer culture that existed just across the pond. They wanted to bring that to Boston, so they decided to do just that. In 1986, the Harpoon Brewery received brewing permit number 001 in the Commonwealth of Massachusetts, and that, friends, was the beginning of Harpoon. Some people think we walk around Harpoon like we own the place. Well, that could be because we actually do own the place. In July 2014, Harpoon became an employee-owned company, with 48% of the company given to employees through the establishment of an ESOP, which stands for Employee Stock Ownership Plan. I think that's pretty cool. Now, as for the beer, this is the Dunkin Pumpkin. Our new fall favorite returns. Inspired by Dunkin's Pumpkin Spice Latte, this spiced Latte Ale is brewed with Dunkin coffee, pumpkin puree, cinnamon, and lactose for delightfully autumnal beer that's equal parts creamy, roasty, pumpkiny, and spiced. Their tasting notes are, this says appearance, pale straw with a light haze. Aroma should be pumpkin spice, roasty cold brew, and brown sugar. Mouthfeel, soft, light, and creamy. Taste like a crisp autumn afternoon. Finish, clean with a touch of sweetness. Well, we'll see about all that. The beer details are, the alcohol by volume is 5.2%, so, you know, not real hefty. The grain bill is pale malt, wheat, honey, hops, and let's try that again. The grain bill is pale malt, wheat, and honey. The hops are Apollo. Specialty ingredients, pumpkin puree, Dunkin coffee, cinnamon, and lactose. Now let's get to it. Sure. This is the cap. Nothing special. Alright, so let me pop this thing. And there we go. This got about a half to a finger of bright white head. And yep,
it's hazy.
Yep, it's pale gold and hazy. All right, John.
All right.
You know what to do.
A wee bit of a pumpkin smell. Yeah, it's there. It's got a nice malty looking head.
You're smelling a lot more than I am. I'm smelling mostly just kind of a fruity ale smell.
Well, I'm through
And
smelling.
just the slightest bit of pumpkin on
Really?
the smell.
I get more.
Hope the taste is better.
Oh, yes. I believe they said cinnamon. It's there. Maltiness is there.
You and I are getting totally different things. I am getting the cinnamon. I don't taste any pumpkin.
I do a little.
I don't taste any brown sugar. And to me, I taste more hops than I taste malt.
I'll be darned.
And to me, this mostly just tastes like a fruity pale ale type of
I'll be darned.
a beer.
I do taste a little bit of like an ale flavor on the end.
In fact, the cinnamon gives it a little bit of a burn on the tongue.
And the sweetness they talk about with the honey, that's there.
Yes, there's a little sweetness there. I wouldn't be able to tell you it was honey or anything else.
Yeah.
But there's a little sweetness. I don't taste the cold brew coffee at all. And I don't taste there might be just a tiniest, slightest bit of pumpkin flavor in there, but I really can't tell for sure. It's mostly, I guess I'm mostly tasting the fruity type hop. I assume that's what Apollo is, but to me it just, if you'd have handed this to me, I couldn't have told you this was a pumpkin beer. No way. I just thought you handed me an ale, a pale ale, or just a fruity pale ale. No coffee flavor at all, no coffee note on the nose, nothing.
I don't get any coffee, but I do get the pumpkin. The pumpkin, the cinnamon, the honey, a little bit of hops, and the ale on the end.
I'll tell you what, as just an ale, I could give it one of these. But based on the description of what it's supposed to be, what it's supposed to smell like, taste like,
Well,
that's for me, it's this.
I got one.
Well, it just goes to show
Our
different taste buds, different senses of smell. We just
You taste
very
different,
different.
than when I do the smell. You didn't smell it.
It just
But it was there. And the malt, it's right there. It's smooth.
I don't know, maybe it's just because you're more of an ale guy,
Maybe.
pale ale type guy.
To me, I like
know.
that one.
But yeah, like I said, it to me it loses out because to me it tasted and smelled nothing like the description.
I see.
So, but for you it did. So. There you go. That's why you get two separate honest reviews, because you might be more like me and more of a malty guy, and so you might not like this, or you might be like him, more of a hoppy, ale-y type guy, and you might like it. So you can decide.
It was good. It got my
We
thumb.
report, you decide.
That's
I've heard
right.
that somewhere. I don't know where. Okay, that takes care of our first pumpkin review for this year. The next one's coming up just as soon as we get set up again. So until then, this is Spec Ops 56 and my good friend John saying see you at the next review.